In chapter 33 of The Awakening, Madame Ratignolle, who was unable to come to Edna's party because of her own pregnancy, visits Edna in the pigeon house. She advises Edna to be careful living alone and notes that some people are beginning to talk about the fact that Alcée Arobin has been seen with Edna. Later, Edna visits Mademoiselle Rise's apartment, letting herself in when she finds that the pianist is not home. While she waits, Robert Lebrun arrives. He's surprised to see her, but she is just as surprised to see him. 100 times Edna had pictured Robert's return and imagined their first meeting. It was usually at her home, whither he had sought her out at once. She always fancied him, expressing or betraying in some way his love for her. And here, the reality was that they sat 10 feet apart, she at the window, crushing geranium leaves in her hand and smelling them, and he twirling around on the piano stool. Edna is disconcerted that he has been in town but has not yet come to see her, and he excuses the delay by saying that he started a new job at a firm in the city. Edna asks him why he never wrote to her, as he promised, and he awkwardly makes an excuse. Then they decide to leave Mademoiselle Rise's apartment. Robert accompanies her home, and she invites him to stay for dinner. He agrees, somewhat reluctantly. The unexpected meeting with Robert reveals that he and Edna are at very different places in terms of how willing they are to let go of societal conventions. The setting of the meeting is important. Mademoiselle Rise is a person whom Edna has confided in, who understands Edna's desire to be her true self, and who represents an extreme form of individuality. In this setting, Edna shows her readiness to be more frank with Robert than propriety allows. Yet Robert is not as willing to dispense with propriety. He's awkward. He makes excuses. He consents to accompany Edna to her home, but not with enthusiasm.